Hey everyone, it's Andre from the Townhouse team and welcome back to your local townhouse market update for the city of Barrie for the period of November 1st to November 15th, 2022. From this 2-week period, we saw 9 new townhouse listings come onto the market and only 4 sell, which those are very low and slow numbers, considering that when we were doing weekly market updates, we saw those numbers in the double digits at some points. But with the 9 new listings that have come onto the market this week, the first property came onto the market priced at $559,000. The second one priced at $579,900. 2 listings came onto the market at $649,900. The other listing came on at $649,999. The 6th property, the townhome, was listed at $669,000, $729,900, $929,000, and then finally the 9th townhouse was listed for $649,900, and it currently has an accepted conditional offer on it with no more showings. On the flip side, we only saw 4 townhouses leave the market and go sold firm this week. The first property was listed at $599 and sold for $585. And this townhouse was on the market for 60 days. The second property was listed for $619 and then sold for $607,000. Being on the market for 25 days. Now the reason you see 25-83 is because the total amount of time this property was on the market for was 83 days. So initially they listed at $675,000. After a period of time, they decreased it to $639, then $619. 2 offers fell apart, and now it finally sold at $607,000. The third property came to the market at $639,000, sold for $625. They were on the market for 9 days at that current price, from $639, sold at $625, but in total on the market for 53 days. And then finally, the fourth property came into the market at $679,900 and sold for $650,000, being on the market for 33 days. As of November 15th, 2022, there are 32 freehold townhouses currently for sale in the Barrie Townhouse real estate market, which is lower than it was previously. I remember it was near the 50. There were 50 available properties. Now there's 20 less. Now that could be properties are canceling and relisting. Some sellers are changing their minds. We are approaching the winter season, Christmas time, where we generally see a lot less inventory. People want to enjoy their homes and relax with their family with Christmas and the New Year's before potentially coming back into the market in January, February, or March. The average list price this week was $661,492. In the previous report, it was $653,421, that was a few months ago. So we've seen on the average of this past 2 weeks, we've seen the list price gone up, but the closing price has gone down to $616,750. The previous report, it was $627,000. So in the last 3 months, townhouse property values have dropped around $15,000 to $25,000. The average is around $600,000 from what I'm seeing. It was $650, then kind of came down to $625. Now we're hovering around that $600,000 range, obviously depending on the property. One sold this week for $650,000, another one for $585. It depends on the finishes, the location, the build of the home, but that's more or less the average of it. And we have seen the average days on market increase to almost 53 days on market compared to the previous report. It was around 45. So we're almost approaching a 2-month days on market schedule, assuming that, and that is going to vary depending on if you're priced properly with your townhouse or not, but that is definitely something to factor in when it comes down to selling and potentially buying your next home. You have to be prepared to be in the market for over 30 days at this point. The lowest sale price this week was $585,000, and that was for a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1,138 square feet row unit townhouse with a partially finished basement. This was located in the Painswick neighborhood, and they were on the market for 60 days. Then the highest sold townhouse this week was $650,000, and that's for a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1,101 square feet row unit townhouse with an unfinished basement, located in the Innisshore neighborhood, and they were on the market for only 33 days. Now the difference between these two, even though one has 2 bathrooms and the other one has a little more square footage, but the one that sold for $650,000 was a new build townhouse that was built in 2021 with a very nice modern finishes, and it was fully staged. So that's why it was the highest sold townhouse this week. Overall, it's a pretty interesting landscape right now for the real estate market, not just in Barrie, but really throughout Ontario here. Again, with interest rates, we have another one scheduled for December. So we're gonna keep you posted and see how the market reacts. We definitely are expecting things to slow down going forward, as I mentioned, into Christmas time and the winter months. But there are still sales happening, and there are still new listings coming onto the market. So if you're a buyer, it's a great opportunity to snatch a townhouse up for a great price that a few months ago this didn't seem attainable. And for sellers, you really have to make sure you stand out. There's only 4 townhouses sold in the last 2 weeks. That's barely a townhouse a day, which is what we used to have previously, or closer to February and March. So you really need to make sure that you're priced properly, the marketing's great, and that the property stands out to the buyers to appeal to be able to purchase, so then you can move on with your real estate plans. I'm Andre from the Townhouse team. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.